Hello, Robbie Strike here. Today I'd like to talk to you about the channels that are on free-to-air, free satellite TV channels that are unencrypted, and I'm going to focus on the English channels, and I also will focus on C-band and Ku-band. Please watch this video in its entirety. It will help me in the algorithm of this video website. And be sure to give this video a like and subscribe and click on the bell notifications to be notified when new videos and live streams are available. If you like this content, please consider supporting my work by donating a small contribution to Patreon, PayPal Donate, or the YouTube heart $ money sign thanks button donation option. The difference between C-band and Ku-band is C-band is you'll need a larger dish, pretty much like those old dishes that you used to see, and Ku-band is like a smaller dish, similar to what your home satellite provider like Dish Network, DirecTV, Shaw Direct, but like maybe slightly a little bit bigger. So there's two bands of satellite. For more information about that, check out my video on the difference between C-band and Ku-band. So I'll be using that term just so that you're aware. So all the channels that are free, now there is a lot less channels over the years, because what's happening now is streaming has become very mainstream over the years, more popular. It's also cheaper for broadcasters, special interest groups to have their video content on streaming than satellite. So there is a lot less channels, but there still is quite a handful of channels. If you're into this hobby, it's a great hobby just to sort of scan the radio frequencies and see what's out there. If you're into news, there's a ton of news content. So let's go through all the channels that are available, and we'll go through that. So AMC8, not everyone's going to pick this up, but it is a Alaska satellite. So it has the Alaska Rural Communication Service. It has Create TV, PBS Kids, K2, which I believe is an Alaskan PBS affiliate, and KUAC, which is Fairbanks, Alaska, and KM TV, PBS, Anchorage, Alaska. It has a bunch of other I think these are radio stations that are available on that satellite. Not a ton, and also it is spot beam for Alaska, so some people can pick it up depending on the size of their dish. But I thought I'd mention that because that's the furthest west on the arc, and a lot of people on the western coast of North America, like in California, Seattle, and British Columbia, you might be able to pick this up too. The next satellite on the list is AMC 10. Corel Sur, I'm going to say some of these Spanish channels incorrectly, so forgive me for that. I can barely say the English ones. Africa Channel, there's God TV, there's Shop LC, there's Telf International, if I'm pronouncing that right. Looks like there's one of the French channels there. There's not a whole lot of French channels. There's a lot of Spanish, Portuguese, and English. And there's not as much French, surprisingly, because I go back and all that. Indeed, pay-per-view feeds. So sometimes feeds that are unencrypted, like they come in with a $sign indicating that they're encrypted, but sometimes they actually come in for free. Next satellite on the arc is 133 West, which is Galaxy 15. Not a whole lot on this. These are all C-band, by the way. HBO West, as of the recording of this video, was available there. Comes and goes. Sometimes it's encrypted, but it comes in not. So that's an interesting thing. There are a lot of people say HBO, but I imagine by the time you're watching this video, it's going to be encrypted. But I'm just reporting that there because there is premium cable channels like HBO and things like that might be in the clear at times. You really want to follow the forums like Rick's Satellite, or on my group, which is the Free to Air North America group on Facebook. Also, tvrosat.com has a lot of has a forum where they post any new and exciting feeds. Bailey Sports Promo, EWTN channels, which is the Catholic channels. There's a bunch of channels on that satellite. I used to be able to pick them up, and now I'm not able to. They always will change the power on the satellite sometimes, and then you can't pick that up. Also, I do have an 8-foot dish, not a 10-footer, so I have actually lost handfuls of channels that I was able to get. So that was 133 Galaxy 15. The next satellite only has a couple channels. Is 131 AMC 11. It has 22 and 228 encrypted channels, is what I saw on Linksat, and then there's a Baby TV USA. So not a whole lot on that satellite, but it's nice when there's at least one channel on the satellite that you can sort of make sure when you're setting up a satellite dish, you got your arc set up correctly. Galaxy 12, Sile 2, I don't know how it's pronounced. Yeah, it has the Reuters news channel on there. So lots of news channels on free satellite TV. I really like that for the news channels. There's lots of news and options for different news and different perspectives. 127 West has Galaxy 13 / Horizons 1. So it has Reels channel, which is sometimes there's movies, like a premium cable channel, entertainment, turned into like a Entertainment Tonight network in a way. There's Bloomberg TV, there's Fuse TV East and West, which Fuse TV is kind of like a sitcom, older sitcom rerun channel. There's a ton of those, which is kind of nice. That's one thing I like about over-the-air TV and free-to-air satellite. There is JBS, the Jewish Broadcast Service. There's the Cowboy Cowgirl channel. Seems to be whoever different sites indicate that's Cowboy channel, Cowgirl channel, whatever. The RFD, Rural America Most Important Network. There's American Value Network. I think that's like an auction channel. And moving on to 125 West, Galaxy 14 / AMC 21. It does indicate that TBS West is in the clear. NBC is in the clear. USA Network West, as of this recording, is in the clear. Bravo West, CNBC, HD Plus, Shop HQ, Weather Channel, and One American News. On 123 West, which is Galaxy 16, we have Merritt Street. We have, I listed this one, Elance TBN, which is like, I think it's a Spanish TBN. There's TBN, there is Smile Child is no longer on satellite, from what I understand. Let's delete that. Positive TV, which is that 1080p feed. The Israel Network, 3ABM International, Sport Plus TV, and WGN feeds, which is not necessarily WGN, but it has like sports feeds and stuff, things like that. A lot of people like this for watching college football feeds is a big, college football. Get TV, which is a kind of like more of the dramatic it's kind of like a dramatic version of Me TV, like more of the dramatic channels. There's Get TV. I kind of like some of the shows on Get TV. And 123 West Galaxy 16 I think it's the first one on the arc that actually indicates at this time that has KU band channels. So there's KBS World, there's Daystar, and Blockstream. Not a lot on KU band. 121 West Galaxy 23 / Echostar 9 has the Intelsat feeds, it has lottery feeds, and it has WWE feeds on Tuesday for NXT. It has SBN Global, it has Airing World, which is out of Korea. But not that North Korean channel, it's like South Korean, I believe. 3ABM Latino, I just listed that. And there's Grit TV. I think Grit's on another satellite as well. There's a few channels that'll be on different satellites. 119 West, Anik, if I say that right, F3, DirecTV, S7 Echostar 14. House Assembly Channel, Newfoundland and Labrador, that's like the province's state legislation channel, the provincial legislation channel. And it has CTV Vancouver. I think it has CTV and CTV1 on. That's 119 West. Used to have a ton of the CTV channels. Now it just has like a couple. It has the K-Love Radio. I just listed that for K-Love Christian Radio. And the legislation of Ontario. So I live in Ontario, and so sometimes I actually put the satellite on that feed just to be able to watch the legislation of Ontario, see what Doug Ford is doing with us. This might date my video because there'll be someone else in power at some point. And I think a lot of that stuff, similar as like CPAC, it's online, either on their website or on YouTube or someplace like that. If you want to follow the raw feeds for political stuff. Over on KU band for 119 West, it does have a Dish Network promo channel, which is handy if you're setting up an ARC on a KU band dish, and it has CNN sometimes. I have seen CNN on this satellite before, but I don't really watch CNN a whole lot, so bear that in mind. Moving on to 116 West, there is, which is, gosh, I don't know, Eutelsat, 117 West. I always refer to them as like the position number over on 116, but this is 116.8. There's a bunch of Spanish channels, a ton of channels on this satellite, but a lot of them are Spanish. There's a few channels. There's a Coltree Corner Network, there's Retro TV, there's DJN, there's American TV, Puerto Rico, there's GEB, there's Revival, and American Auctions Network. The main thing there would be on 116 West would be for Retro TV. But unfortunately for me, in the area I'm in, I haven't been able to lock that satellite in a long time. And I used to use satellite to watch Retro TV all the time, but I haven't really been watching Retro TV in a long time. It'd be nice if they moved it to a satellite with a bunch of other channels, because Retro TV used to be on Galaxy 19, which was awesome. No longer. I'm going to complain about that for the rest of my life. On 116.8, it also has some KU band channels. It used to have a ton of KU band channels. It was the Orbi TV satellite, and it appears that Orbi TV, it's been years and their website has not changed. They said they were going to relaunch Orbi TV. I haven't seen anything of the sort, but there was a bunch of channels on there. Now it seems dwindled down to only a few channels on KU band for the 116.8 Eutelsat 17. It was GB, Jewelry, the Hope Channel, and BYU TV. BYU is a pretty decent channel, though. I put that on sometimes. Moving on to 111.1 Anik F2. Only has really one channel, but it's the Saskatchewan legislation channel. So if you live in Saskatchewan, you want to follow on what's going on in your parliament, that's the channel for that. 105 West has AMC 18 / AMC 15, has U2 America. I guess that channel's been around a long time. I've never heard of it until like a few years ago. The Pursuit channel, Skyview Networks, which has like 400 plus radio programs. There's ESPN Radio, which has 100 plus radio programs. There's Daystar, TBN, Inspire, Positive TV, Earth TV, and TBN, Elance. So that's over on 105 West. On KU band, it has the VA, Veterans Affairs Knowledge Network, 1 through 3. Moving to 103 West, AMC 1 / Spaceway, 1 / DirecTV, 10 / DirecTV 12. There is just the satellite position has a bunch of names when you look at the listing on Linksat and on TVROSat. This one is actually where I park my satellite, is a 103 West. It has a ton of channels on it. So it has Grit TV, Court TV, Ion TV West, Ion TV East, has Laugh, Bounce, Scripps News. As of this recording, Scripps News is still on there. No Scripps News is going off the air. So we'll see what happens with that. Might go away. Grit TV, Court TV, Ion, Mystery, HSN, QVC US, Jewelry TV, Ion TV Plus, and Free Speech TV, but I've never been able to lock onto the transponder of Free Speech TV. If you have, let me know in the comments. I like hearing how you... And on KU band for 103 West, it has NBC feeds and NTA International. I think the NBC, several of the NBC feeds are BISS, but sometimes they have the best encrypted key thing, but they'll still work. You always want to, if they're encrypted, maybe even just put the satellite on it to see if it will come in, because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If you're a real satellite nerd like me, you're into that. 101 West, SES 1 / DirecTV, 8 / DirecTV 4S. There's Daystar and Jewelry TV. This used to be the satellite that had MeTV. It's still there, but it's encrypted now. This is a satellite I used to park my dish on all the time for C-band. But sadly, it's lost a lot of the channels. Story TV was the one that I really liked. Anyway, they're gone. 2 channels on that satellite now. Been a bummer in this hobby, but I'm still optimistic because I'll get into that. KU band. There's about 100. There's hundreds of music radio channels. There's News Nation Now. There's NHK World TV, SBN, NHK World TV Premiere, or On Demand Movies Info, which is basically just previews to movies. It's a channel that shows movie previews. Reach TV Network, Taiwan TV Plus, Micro TV. So that's 101 West. You used to have a ton of channels, now it seems to dwindle down. So it seems to be the 2 satellites that have the most amount of channels in North America are 99.2 and Galaxy 19. So I'll go through 99.2 Galaxy 16 / Spaceway 2 / 2 / DirecTV 11. The M, Milwaukee Sports Feeds, or M Network, is that what it is? The M, Milwaukee Sports Feeds. There's GEM Shopping Network, NCAA, ABC feeds, which are 422, so you'll need a 422 receiver to pick them up, I think. I don't really care about ABC because I can pick up ABC with my antenna, so I don't really care about trying to lock them. Victory Channel, there's a National Public Radio, which has like 50 NPR channels. So on Galaxy 16, there's a ton of KU band channels. There is that are English. So this is kind of like, I particularly have a KU band satellite parked for this one. There's CBS News feeds, there's Montana PBS, there's Fox News Channel's feeds. So that's basically when they do like an interview for Fox News, they tend to cover that. A lot of live events and stuff, they'll have that. So 99 West is a good satellite sometimes to do a blind scan when news is happening, and you could watch behind the scenes with news reporters. There's Montana PBS. I mentioned that. There's Family Radio Network, East and West. There is InfoWars News, which has news programming from pretty much 9 a.m. until 7 a.m. So it's basically like call-in radio shows for InfoWars. It starts with Harrison Smith in the morning. With American Journal has Alex Jones from noon Eastern time till, was it 4? And then the War Room from 4 till 7, is it? Usually they're the first to report things before anyone else will. So it's been mainly that's my main go-to for news. But I'll watch other news channels too, but they seem to be ahead of them by years sometimes. PBS East, PBS West, PBS Feed HD, which basically if you go get the PBS transponder, it's really good at HD quality for PBS. So they'll have like documentaries in the middle of the daytime, which I thought was really nice, in that full HD that will be on PBS. So this satellite's a nice one to pick up the PBS feeds. It also has PBS Kids, Create, and the World Channel, and the First Nations Experience Channel. So Galaxy 19, which has the most amount of channels in North America, has a few C-band channels, but most of the channels are KU-band. It does have WGN Sports, mentioned that's a feed. The CW Network, CBC, Toronto, Salvation Army feed, whatever that is, ABC, National Feeds, and Univision. All right, over on KU-band for Galaxy 19, it's a ton of channels, lots of religious channels, so I'll just go through them here. There's Daystar TV, there's City Life Radio, there's the Word Network, there's KNLB, there's LLBN, I think KLMB is a radio station. The Overcomer Radio, which is Brother Star, there's SBN Domestic, there's Life Talk Radio, there's iFilm English, Supreme Master TV, Victory TV, Kentron TV, CJTL Radio, Faith TV Network, Spirit and Truth, Wedge TV, CTN, 3BM Music Radio Channel, 3BM Radio, Amazing Facts TV, Amazing Discoveries, First Light, TBN, Positive TV, the University Network Radio, which is Pastor Scott's radio, Melissa Scott and Pastor Gene Scott's. They used to have a channel, but now it's just audio. But if you want the If you want anything else, it will. If you want to actually watch it, you can. I think they have it on their website, Roku, and all that. QVC, CTN, CCTV America, CCTV News, CGTV. I think they rebranded the Chinese news network. So there's a bunch of the Chinese CCTV channels that are available. There's Palestine TV. There's Global Star Radio Service, which has a few call-in talk radio channels. I think with Star 1 and 4, sometimes the way the service will work is there'll be like a one radio channel will be on the left side, and then the other channel will be on the right side. So you have to like go into the settings and have it left channel or right channel. It's two different radio stations. Muslim TV, Guide Us TV, WRN English North America, which I think that's Radio A. Haiti Radio, Republic Broadcasting Network Radio, NTA 8 America, Euro News, which is English. We do Armar, we do Big Stories, and that's pretty much the channels that are available on Galaxy 19. Before we get to 87 West, there's a few satellites that have a few channels, so I'll mention that. 93.1 Galaxy 25 has CBS feeds 1 through 6, lots of feeds on KU band satellite. The CW network, Galaxy 32, which is a Nimiq 6 at 91.0 West. There's the Word Network, there's BYU TV and SBM Domestic. SES2 and TKSat 1 at 87 West has LPB, PBS Kids, LPB3 Create, LPB World, the Florida Channel, and 8 CNN News Source channels. So these are great, like if there's news events going on, the channels are pretty much going on all the time. The CNN News Source feeds, which are pretty cool to have to see what's going on behind the scenes. So it's actually not CNN, but it's actually like their news event feed stuff, like press conferences with the president, you name it. And they'll show the White House. Sometimes it's like boring stuff. It's just like they'll show like a picture of the White House, and or they'll show the Capitol building or something like that, and nothing's going on. And then all of a sudden they switch, and it's like President Trump talking, doing a press conference or something like that. There's Star 1, 70.5 West. There's some C-band, bunch of Portuguese channels, I guess, over on 75 West. The rest of it, there's not much left on the arc that I can mention of, but I'll just go through some of the satellites. Star 1, C2, and Eutelsat 65 have 61 West. 61.5 West has God TV and Revival TV. Amazon's 235 at 61 West apparently has CubaVision International and Bethel TV. I thought I was able to pick up CubaVision on 30 West, but apparently it's over here on 61 West. I do know a lot of people on the forums, they use CubaVision because there's movies on Saturday nights apparently. I haven't actually tuned that in myself, but if that's something you're into, from the Cuban channel. Intelsat 21 at 58 West has CCTV America, and all the CCTV channels, and the documentary channel. Has Airing World, there's SBN Global, 3 ABM Network, there's TRT World. There's NHK World Japan, and there's Maria Vision USA. 58 West is a fun satellite to scan, and 58 and 55 West are great because they have feeds that go across the Atlantic. So they use that to basically North American programming. They use that to send that over the Atlantic. Also good for whenever the Olympics are on. Sometimes you can watch Olympic feeds with that. Intelsat 34 at 55 West has Love Nature, Zumu, whatever that is, Latin America, Euro Channel, Trace Sport Stars, Fox News Channel, but I was not able to lock it in. There's been a lot of like satellites that post up that they have Fox News up there. You'll see it. I personally have not been able to lock it, and I was trying to. I have locked Fox News and got it in the clear on the western part of the arc, but I've never actually picked it up on the eastern part. There's CCTV America, there's GCTN, there's GCTN documentary, and on 55 West, there is a lot of Spanish versions of American channels. So if they actually come in the clear, sometimes you could change the audio around and hear the audio in English. But it typically you'll look at it and you'll see like you'll have the Learning Channel and all this premium American channels, but they're actually the Spanish version of those channels. SAS 14 at 47.5 west as France 24. So there's a couple satellites on the 40 west, 40.5 west and 45 west, and a lot of them are Spanish and Portuguese channels. There might be the odd English channel in there, but I'm just looking at the listing. I don't see any English at the on Linksat. Intelsat 35E at 34.5. Apparently that one has the Armed Forces networks sometimes in the clear. And if you can't get Armed Forces networks in the clear, it kind of has like all the premium cable shows kind of packed into the Armed Forces network version of that. So they'll have shows on at different times. They have wrestling on it at times. Spainsat and Hispansat have 30 West has Cubavision International and God TV, SBM International, and MTA International, and KTV. I'm not sure if that's the Cubavision that has the movies on Saturday nights. I've been trying to lock that satellite, but I have not had luck locking it. Now, those are the satellites. This is of the recording of this video, which is of January 2025. The satellite channels on free-to-air satellite do change from quite periodically. It's kind of the fun of the hobby. So I do highly recommend going to tvrosat.com or going to Linksat and looking at the charts there. Those sites will give you the really good updates on what is available on satellite. I just want to make this video just to give you an idea of what is available in 2025. It does seem that there is less available now because I think linear TV, it's just because linear TV is changing. We're going from a time where we have non-linear TV, which is basically on-demand video, and a lot of shows can just be on demand, and I think that's taken over, right? But linear TV still is, with news and sports, still there. So there's a lot of sports feeds, a lot of news feeds and news channels that are available on satellite. So bear that in mind as the broadcast industry has been changing over the years. That's part of the reason why. But even to this day, even though there is less content on satellite, I still think it is a golden age of TV. If you've got the internet, there's pretty much you can get anything you want on the internet now anyway. This is just kind of being able to have that fun of finding channels that are in the wild and check out to see what's available. So thank you for watching this video. I have in my description here, I have lots of links in the comments. Give me a follow over on my social medias. I do cover the free satellite TV hobby quite a bit, so there's several videos that I've made on that topic, and you can find out more information about that there. So thank you for watching this video. It concludes the free-to-air satellite channels of 2025, beginning of the year. Thank you for watching this video to the end. Please give this video a like and some kind words in the comments. If you haven't already, please subscribe to all my social media and click on the bell to get notified when new videos are available. If you found these videos helpful or just enjoy them for the entertainment, please consider supporting this video work either with Patreon, PayPal donate. There is a link in the description of this video. Or you can click on the heart-shaped thanks button on this video and send funds to support these videos through there.